and welcome to YMCA Classes for All. My name is Gaelle, and today we are going to learn about a chorus step. In our previous video, we talked about where step comes from. So real quick to recap, step is from the Gumboot tribe in South Africa. They learned how to make a different language because they weren't allowed to speak in their own language, so they created a whole entire new one. And so today we have step, which is so popular in North America, in the United States of America. So without further ado, I'm so excited to teach you chorus step and what that means. Please feel free to follow along or watch the video later to learn how to do it. So why do I call it the chorus step? Well, since you guys asked, I call it the chorus step because like when you're in a choir, when you sing, there's so many different parts harmonizing together, but they're making one big sound in one accord. Chorus step is when one person and another person combined with another person are doing all different types of step routines, but they all fit together to make this big, beautiful piece. They're all different pieces of the puzzle. By itself, yes, it sounds beautiful, but when you combine it with all the other step routines, it just becomes even more beautiful. It's a magnified beauty. So without further ado, let's get started. The first step, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is my first time stepping and I'm a little nervous and I want something a little easy, I say let's start with the very basics. I'm gonna call it stomp, clap, clap, stomp, because that's literally what you're doing. So it goes like this: 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the first step. That is the first step in our chorus step. So let's call them sopranos. The sopranos of the chorus, if you're following with me. And again, as I said in my last video, step is so awesome because you can add your own swagger to it, your own flavor, your own flair. So I showed you. If you want to, you can do however that looks to you, or if you want to elongate your arms and go, whatever it looks like. But as long as you have that rhythm, you know, with the stomp and the claps, then you're fine. And however you choose to present that, that's your own swagger. So I definitely encourage you to do that. So let's call this the altos of our chorus step. They're doing a whole nother routine. So it goes altos in our chorus step. And then, so again, add your own swagger, add your own flair. But if you notice, my body, I made it this way, I made the step this way, so you can not only hear the emphasis on my stomps and my claps, but also my body movement. Again, I love this part about stepping because you can move and flow your body to make the presentation even more amazing. Yeah, so when I'm stepping, so I go stomp, clap, stomp, clap. And so this is my pose at the end. So it's like pause. So this is my pause, clap, stomp, clap. So I'm just switching my legs and I'm getting ready for the next movement. But as I'm getting ready, I'm gonna strike a pose, and then another pose, and another pose. And you're just doing them repeatedly. So it goes again, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so now for my friends who want to explore something different, I encourage you guys, if you're working together as a family, siblings, however it works, cousins, friends, try to make up your own step that fits the sopranos and the altos. And this step, we'll call it the tenors in our step routine. And so what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna freestyle. So it goes like this. Or I can go like this. Anything you want, but I encourage you guys to try a freestyle. It doesn't have to be difficult. It could be something simple, but I encourage you guys to try doing it and making a routine together and see what happens. All right, without further ado, I just taught this step dance to a couple of my friends at the Y, and I'm so excited to share with you guys what we came up with. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's good. I think we're good. I think we're good. My friends at the Y that you just saw on screen with us just learned it 30 minutes, and they've never, ever stepped before. So I, as a stepper for years now, I am so impressed. And just as you saw, they tried it out. It was different. It probably was uncomfortable, maybe, but they were having fun. And we were working together. And that's what STEP is about. It's about community. It's about learning and growing together. So if you're like looking at this video and you're like, how can I possibly learn something I've never done before? Well, you have a beautiful and great example from my team at the Y who learned how to step for the first time and decided to step on video to show you guys. And help me present this beautiful type of dance. So thank you so much for joining me and our Y Classes for All video. Please be sure to check us out on www.ymcasf.org. For more classes, we have live classes. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye. They learned it in like 30 minutes. That's it. It's a wrap.
Did you know that YMCA of San Francisco never closed? When shelter-in-place happened, we could no longer provide in-person programming. We quickly shifted to provide youth and family programming virtually. As early as April, we started providing on-demand activities in our YMCA of San Francisco YouTube channel.
For this video, we're going to be making a geodesic dome.
Today, we're going to be making a hovercraft. The science around this activity is really awesome.
In addition, we have a regular schedule of activities for our youth and families to join live. We feature read-alouds, yoga, family Zumba, arts and crafts, drawing clubs, and more. So don't miss out on our virtual youth and family offerings. Visit www.ymcasf.org for more info and class schedules.